To work with is the official appointed attorney of this association. I can it over here. It over here. I made a mistake. Oh, attorney of the law.
That's right.
I made a mistake. If you call it, they one of my directors. I say, I can't do which lies. Yes.
Let me say, Kelen, Buko, Chejele, Haga, 7. Come again on Ghana, go more. Onye better here, when look mad. Or the Korean Ama, you allow William be sent out when you do now. You keep way of your own. Na America, Mokwano, all have from be sent, more than very young. Oje no here Dr. Ugorji, Oje Dede, Nakwe Print, African Writers, Tall Drums, Obiri na New Jersey. I hope I came well, I apologize because I didn't. So I hope I'm here for a long time. Ezi Bomad, Uvorea, Kake Munon. In fact, I'm in California one weekend. All I could come home too. Mama Okoba. I'm from California last weekend. I published. I am the publisher of that book. Company I published it. Oye de kwenda akwụkwọ him. O Okoba. Unu mana na kpọ Okoba. Ma ka odo. Ndị ma history Nigeria Biafra ọ ga-anụma aka ọdụ. So onye a wee publisher but ọ ga-nọ na gọọmenti n'Imo State. I am Commissioner for Homeland Security. So asị m ya bịa kwuru anyị okwu for a minute. Onye isi ndị ọwụsa.
Mbaise Kelen. Question you. Because Kamkele, the president of the organization, Mbaise, New York. And Onye Zenonga, Onye Zebrikwel, is a value. It is important for me to greet Onye Nnawu Eze Ugorji and Lord Juweku. I just watched him here last month, in the year last year. So Onye request Ekele. And to put my guy forward, I will watch. So when we look at since Onye is not here, Ugorji, now $100. And Ijeweji Humadin here, especially when Onye you come with a gift or gifts. And those who know me know that the most important gift I give to anybody is books, because I write and publish books. So here was the president Tunu, some books as gifts. The first one who The Truth is Life, which is the biography of my father, Ugorji, who is now dead. The second one is a book called Scream of Blood, the Settlerism in Southern Africa. It's published or written by Professor Molefi Asante. So if you want to know anything about my own intellectual influence, you read about Molefi Asante. He's the greatest intellectual influence in my life. I brought a copy of that. And then one night we called Chudo Wazirike. Some of you may know him. I published, I think, his second book that he ever wrote. And I think this was the first book I published in my company, Songhai Books. The title is Yesterday Was Silent. It's fiction, written by Brother Judy, who was Rican. And then finally, somebody prestaged me over this. I figured since India even then said that I would bring a book that I did about a very prominent Mbaise son, a very significant Mbaise son. We have not said much about him, as much as he deserves. But equal this book, you get a glimpse of who Okoba Mbaise is. Mark, who is now Eze as well. My brother David. Thank you. I want to apologize if I'm interrupting your meeting, but I am here at the invitation of your president. And they must say, when the president of Mbaise in New York invites you, you say no to your own peril. And for me in particular, the second sentiment I have is that I am at home, I'm on solid ground in this gathering. Because I'm a registered member of Mbaise, New York. If you go to your records, when I lived in New Jersey, I belonged to this organization, I belonged to Mbaise Newark, and I also belonged to Mbaise Delaware Valley. And it was through that network of connections within the Mbaise family that we were able to put together the American Federation of Mbaise Associations, AFOMA. AFOMA was the first national umbrella organization of Mbaise in all of North America. At the height of its existence, we had about 11 affiliates. Now, AFOMA gave birth to what you now know as Mbaise USA. Mbaise USA arose as a committee within AFOMA, and when they got their acts together, AFOMA essentially handed over the mantle and the baton of organizing Mbaise all over America to Mbaise USA. So I say that to say that I am in comfortable grounds. I am one of you. I studied here, I worked here before I left for Nigeria. In terms of a brief introduction, I went to the College of New Jersey here in New Jersey. I attended Rutgers University in New Brunswick, New Jersey, which was where I got my doctorate degree. And then I attended George Washington University in Washington, D.C. That was where I got my master's in Homeland Security. And that is what informs my present work in Imo State, the background and the academic preparation for Homeland Security. So I want to thank you for the honor of being here. Chinua Achebe told us in Anthills of the Savannah that we stand like the anthills of the Savannah to tell the green grasses of today about the brush fires of yesterday. I look in the room, I am pleased to see that in this gathering of Ndibai, you here. And it's a great sight to see. I also look and I see the next generation of our children here that are here with us. And I really thank and commend this organization for providing the kind of platform that enables a cross-generational interaction among our people. The next task for us is to find a way to make sure that our children look home at some point. That's the biggest task. But we'll deal with that on another day. Yem Shiribia, at the invitation of your president, is to tell you that in 2020, I took a leave of, I retired from state government at the age of 50. I decided to go home. Some of you, I believe most of you here who are of my age or older, our goal when we came to the US, I came in the 80s, our goal was to get educated and go home and find a way to contribute to nation building in Nigeria. At the age of 50, I decided to take an early retirement because then when the age you get, it no longer be difficult to relocate, right? So I figured that the age of 50 was a good age to go home. So I went home. I took a retirement from the state and I went home. One of my intellectual mentors happened to be the chief of staff of the president at the time, Professor Ibrahim Gambari. I've known him for over 30 years. He's one of my mentors. So he asked me to come home, and I did. The plan was for me to work at the federal level at the time. But when I got to Owerri, I met a profoundly significant man His name is Uzodimma. He said to me, "I have to go to the federal government. Excuse me. So I have to go to the federal government and come and work in Imo State. That any dream in Imo State more than at the federal level." So the conclusion was I couldn't say no to my governor because that's the state I come from. To make a long story short, His Excellency appointed me the first special advisor on Homeland Security and Intelligence. 8 months after that, he appointed me or asked me to create a brand new ministry, the Ministry of Homeland Security in Imo State. So I was the one that created what is now known as the Ministry of Homeland Security in Imo State. And the governor asked me, the governor asked me to serve as the first commissioner for that ministry. And my understanding with His Excellency, was that after the first term, that I would then prepare to do something else, either at the federal level or at the state level. So, fast forward to today, which is one of the main reasons I came to see you. In about 2 years or so, His Excellency's term, his second term as governor, will end in January of 2028. Next year, the parties, because of the staggered elections of the governorship in Imo State, the nomination for political parties, for candidates to run for governor will start next year, will take place next year. So I want to let you know that I have informed my governor and that I've informed my party. My party is APC. I was a member of APC before most of the people you hear about today joined APC, including my governor. So I am a die-in-the-wood APC member. And I joined APC because APC presented itself as the progressive alternative to the conservative PDP at the time. And that was my own personal attraction to APC. So I have informed my governor and I've informed my party that I do believe that I have a set of skills and a unique background, including experience in Imo State government under the 3R shared prosperity government of Uzodimma, that I do believe I have the preparedness to serve this state as governor of Imo State. And the reason is simple. The governorship provides us with the greatest opportunity and the greatest leverage to have impact in the lives of people in Imo State at a greater level than any other position you can think of, except maybe the presidency. So I come to you my brothers and sisters, to let you know, because onye chọrọ ije ụdị ije, ọ dị mma ka ụmụnne ya mara to begin with, and ụmụnne ya to the extent possible soro ya gawa ije. I come from this environment, right? I've lived in America for 35 to 40 years. I did all my post-secondary education here. All my community organizing and community activism have taken place here. I served as a board of the World Igbo Congress. I was the president of Odoziobodo in South Jersey. I was the president of Nigerian People's Forum in the Delaware Valley. So I have organized within this community. And I submit to you, if it is the grace of God that I get in that position, Imo State will have the most friendly government towards the diaspora that we've ever had in our history. The point, I wrote that the experience and the talent and the skills are not here. That may not have had an opportunity to come home and contribute. We will provide the access like no other government in history to have you come home and to contribute. All right? So, Without
allow him to finish. Allow him to finish.
Without wasting more of your time. Without wasting more of your time. I want you to know, those who are working with me, we are not seeking for just a seat at the table. We are not seeking for just a seat at the table.
Because, hold on one second. Mr. President, put order on the floor.
Excuse me. Bikoni, Ndechirechi, Kai Kennedy, Okumama, Ejeke, Yatakwanja, Ejeke, Bikoni. Yes, I have 5 minutes. I gave him 5 minutes.
Yes. So I just want to close because we're not just seeking a seat at the table and to continue business as usual. We want to reconstruct that table altogether and make it more inclusive, make it more accessible to more people in the state. We want to decentralize governance in such a way that power does not rest in one place. So Biko, that's why I came to talk to you. To the extent that you can be supportive, I will appreciate your support.
Thank you, Commissioner.